Good evening, everybody. Here I am out in the garden today, and I brought some starts. I started some cabbages from seed for the 2025 collards and cabbage collaboration, if you will, the contents challenge. That's the word, challenge. That's put on by Back to Our Roots and the New Orleans gardener, right? And my seeds were very slow to germinate. They are up, they did germinate, and they're just barely getting the tippy tip of their first true leaf. So I have opted to go ahead and purchase cabbages. As far as the collards are concerned, I'm probably just gonna drop collard seeds. I did purchase some, but they just don't look all that great. So anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around so you can kind of see what I have, and then I'll work on de-weeding the bed and planting them. So these are the plants that I picked up, and as I put them in the ground, I'll tell you what varieties they are, and we'll figure out which ones we're gonna enter into the collards and cabbage challenge. This is what I mean. So at each interval that these are in the ground, you'll have the grass here, but it's situated on the nut. And at each interval where there's a nut, a blade of grass will come, a blade of its grass will come up, right? It's the vegetation that feeds it. So if you don't dig all of this up, and it's easy to just pull the grass out from where the nut is in the ground. And because of that, if you leave this under the ground, it's just going to keep popping up and growing and taking over. So right now, I'm not digging it up. I was fortunate, see what I'm saying? I was fortunate that I was able to just pull that one up. But these vegetations, they go down pretty deep. I just kind of want to show you. I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, so I'm not worried about it so much. But if you find where they start, they can start really, really deep. You see how far down I've gone, and I still haven't gotten to the nut part, right? Still going, still going. That's the reason why you have to dig them up. And see where they go. They do grow in a line, but you have to see at the bottom which direction it actually goes into to get to it, right? So here I've dug, and I found where it starts way here at the bottom. So you have to really dig to get this up, because it is a network. It is a network. I'm just putting it there so you guys can see. And they interlap and be interwoven with each other. So just pulling it from here, you think you might have gotten it, but you haven't. And that's what I wanted to share with you. So these, because I need to get my shovel to get down there to really get them. This is temporary. These will be back in a matter of days. They'll be back. In a matter of days. So this one looks like it's maybe not as deep as the others. Yeah, it's not as deep as the others. But look. Whole underground system. See that? Whole underground system of dirt, of grass, I'm sorry. Weeds. some of these soak, but this one looks like it still has a little bit of moisture to it, so I'm gonna try and separate these. This is called stonehead cabbage, and there's 3 of them on here. There's three plants in here, so I'm gonna try and get them separated and see if I can salvage all 3 of them. And I think I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 with these, and then I'll decide, you know, which ones will be the ones that I stick with, right? It was already amended. And I like to put water in with it. thinking I'm going to get 3 foot wide because my arms are short, right? With me, that just makes sense. I'm just watering it in there. some red cabbage next to try and plant. So this bed's going to be full of cabbages that mature at different times, as well as I think I'm probably going to put collards in this bed over here. We'll just see how it goes. I believe that these are mustard greens over here, and I'm probably going to move those mustard greens and make them a little bit tighter. I see some more that are popping up that are probably mustard green seeds and that are wild, and I'm going to end up de-weeding those for sure. But I'm just trying to see. Probably I'll put the 2 red cabbages here. I'll put these in the bag. These are sewn straight together. Yeah. Hate to do it, but I have to do it. Let's see what we can do down first. So 2 seeds it looks like for this one was put in the same hole. So I'm gonna see if I can do a zoom in so you guys can see where the plants are together. So I'm just gonna put my thumbs right here on the bases of each of them and slowly work my way to pull it apart. Whatever comes, comes. I think I'm gonna put the big one over here. And then the next one will go here. Dehydrating yourselves, because it's real easy as we get older to feel cool and not realize that we're getting dehydrated from the sweating that we're doing. So we want to make sure that we do our best to try to keep that from happening as much as possible. I'm going to go ahead and get back over on that other side and get this other cabbage planted. Might have missed me putting them in the ground, but this is what I'm basically doing. I'm hoping that you guys can see. So you see I have the hole there. I'm gonna fill it with water. Then I'm gonna let that water drain down. See, it's draining pretty well. Still draining. Now we can see that the water has drained out. I'm gonna grab this and place it in here. Water it in. watered in, okay? Now I believe I'm going to work over there on the mustards, moving those around because apparently greens like to touch one another. So now that I have this newfound knowledge, if you will, I'm going to work on moving those mustard greens that are over there, that are volunteers, move them to where they're closer together. So since the bulk of them are there and there's just a few back there, I'm going to move those back there, closer to these over here. And then I think what I'll do is have room to decide if I want my collards in that bed or if I'm going to put the collards in this bed and run them straight down. Plus I got a few more grasses to pull out of this bed, so just keep watching. Okay, so I decided I have an early Jersey Wakefield. I think this is going to be my entry into the collards and cabbage. I also have a late flat Dutch. These are delicious cabbages. I've had these before that I've purchased at a farmer's market before, so I definitely wanted to try to grow this, but this is not my entry. This early Jersey, this is going to be my entry, and I've decided I'm going to put it right here. Now with this one, I'm going to put a little bit of something extra. I dropped a little garden tone, the green one, into this hole. Just kind of mixing it in. When I supplemented this bed, I dropped some in there as well. Let it drain. And then I'm going in with my early Jersey. Now I see the cotyledon leaves, so I'm taking those off. We're just gonna worry about the true leaves on this plant. It has a little bit of bug damage, but we're gonna watch it and love on it and help it grow big and strong so it can feed this family well. Roots are nice and white. Okay, that's my first entry. Now my late flat Dutch, probably gonna end up putting it over there on that side, because I'm thinking it's gonna be too close to the smaller one. So I think actually I'm going to place it over there by, in that empty hole that you see over there, by the mustard greens. I think that's where I'm gonna put it, because it grows really, really big. Focus on the collards now. I'm going to go back over on that side. So for whatever reasons, they had multiple greens in one club, which is good because we will have plenty of greens, but it's bad because now I have to separate try to get a good one. So I think what I'm going to do is make this one my entry. So I'm going to separate so that this one that's my entry is my main one. And it'll get the most of the root system. And I'll plant it here. So since this one is like secondary, hopefully it will do something. I'm just going to put it here. Already wet, so I'm not going to worry about watering it anymore. Okay, this is one Georgia collard. And this one is my entry, so I'm going to plant this one. And just so that you guys know, this is two here, right? So this bigger one is my entry. This one, I'm going to make sure that my entry grows, and then I'm going to clip the other one. So let me put this one here. us to use, Daddy. Yeah, whatever I bring to the house is for us to use. Huh? I'm glad it works. Okay, so to keep this from being repetitive, I'm just going to go ahead and plant the rest of those collard greens that I picked up. So this was a 6-pack of collard greens that I picked up from the Enchanted Forest Nursery, which is out in Richmond, Texas. And I tell you, this 6-pack cost me $4.99, and there's a minimum 12 different plants, and they all did very well. This morning when I checked, there was no signs of shock. So I think this is gonna be a really good season for collard greens for us. And I'm so thankful for that. So if you want to continue watching, I'm doing the same process over and over again, making my hole, filling it with my amendment, which is that garden tone in the green bag, and I'm placing the plugs in. The plugs that have 2 to 3 collards in it, I'm separating with the soil. You see me doing right there, that I get out of the digger, and separating so that they are still separate even though they're growing together in the same hole. I hope you can understand that, and I hope you enjoy watching. So, all right, so now y'all can see the whole bed is planted up. All of that over there are collards. This one here with the name tag, and I'm gonna hope that I can zoom in on it, that says Georgia, that's my entry for the collards and cabbage, that one plant, okay? And then this plant right here, this is a cabbage. It's the early Jersey Wakefield. That one is my entry for the collards and cabbage. So there we go. We're gonna see how this looks tomorrow. I'm hoping that the garden bed will look a lot better tomorrow, and then I will be able to give y'all maybe close-ups of the plants. But right now they're basically side by side. It's this cabbage and that collard green right there. Okay? All right, there's my entry, T-Noggin Detour. All right, y'all, good morning. And this is the next day, which is Monday. And here's the garden. Everything looks like it's recovered and it's liking where it's living. That has been transplanted, so I'm pretty happy about that. This is my entry for my cabbage, that early Jersey Wakefield, and that is my entry for the collard. So we'll keep an eye on those two.